What's up, YouTube? Dan the Lego Man here again. Man, this brings me back. I remember growing up having so much fun with Legos, making doomsday weapons and spaceships, impenetrable fortresses with zero live-in functionality, bionicles, and of course, the Lego video games. I still remember the first Lego video game I got, the original Lego Star Wars game, which was like the first licensed Lego video game. I had it on the computer, loved the idea of making Lego objects with your mind via the Force, the fun of going through the trilogy, unlocking characters in the collectibles, the final boss at the end of the final level in Episode 3, where if you play in co-op, it becomes a battle to the death against your partner. The fact that since it's a Lego game, no one can talk or say anything, and my personal favorite, the secret level that can only be unlocked by getting true Jedi in every level, which lets you unlock Darth Vader. Of course, since this was the early 2000s and the internet was still blossoming into the atrocious, all-encompassing death snare it is today, anything unconfirmed was met with extreme skepticism. It took weeks for my friends in elementary school to believe me that Darth Vader was actually in the game, even when they came over and played as Darth Vader on my computer, convinced that somehow I cheated or hacked it, or that it was potentially something exclusive to the PC. And they never believed me about Home Alone 4 being a real movie either. But that's what happens when everyone can say anything on the playground that sounds plausible. Anyway, on to this game, which I started off with high hopes for. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. And hey, the intro was like Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm hopeful that this game and the supposed 50 hours it takes to platinum it is fun and not mindless busywork, tedium, grinding, and filled with tons of glitches that break quests and normal gameplay, along with things not spawning when they're supposed to, along with dealing with terrible CPU characters. Okay, first off, I'm really not liking these voices for any of the characters. None of them sound right throughout the whole game. Even Groot's voice sounds messed up.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man at your service.
No way. We get Spider-Man in our team? This is so cool.
Ugh, we could have done this without him.
Hey, easy, White Tiger. I want my brand new threads and everything. Who are these guys, anyhow?
The kingdom is lost. Our forces scattered.
Enough! This destruction was brought about by those fools, the Warriors 3, defying Kang. We had a deal.
Odin, I still know not why thou made such a pact.
Bruh! I mean, son. You're alive.
Father, what is this madness?
Thor, is it really you?
Oh, father!
Heimdall!
Loki? How? We banished you into the abyss.
Kang plucked me from that demise. With his help, I sent Father on a fool's errand to find you after Manhattan was lost an age ago, leaving me to finally take my rightful place on the throne.
It's coming down!
Secondly, what the heck is the deal here with the graphics? Why is so much not made out of Legos? This feels just way off through the whole game because the world is so highly detailed most of the time, but then we have these low quality Lego people here. Older Lego games felt like you were playing Legos in the Lego playset. This feels like you took your Legos and went to go play in the pool, in the woods, at the beach, and all around your house, without building the castle, the torture room, the space station, the jungle temple. You get the idea. So, we go through the first level and get the first trophy. We do the next story mission and get another trophy. And yet another one for the third mission. And yet another one for the fourth. Off to a fair start. Then I got a miscellaneous trophy for having a normal Groot and a small Groot in the party. Then I got the trophy Road Rage 2 for smashing 100 vehicles. Kind of a missed chance for a Hulk joke there. Followed by the trophy for clearing the 5th level. Then I cleared levels 6, 7, and 8, getting 3 more trophies each. If you wonder why I'm glossing over these trophies and the levels themselves, it's due to the fact that, like in all LEGO games, the idea is for you to unlock new characters that have different abilities in order to go back and fully complete each level to get all of the collectibles in free play mode. Also, the mission Rune to Maneuver is the only time the game actually managed to make me laugh.
That's it! Quickly, everyone! Ah, I told you I put the book somewhere safe!
Well done, sir.
God! Mortal!
You are too late, Strange. Kang shall soon bend the knee to the great Dormammu, and Chronopolis will be absorbed by the Dark Dimension.
But how did you solve my magic locks to reach the book?
Locks? It was in the cabinet of Nisanti behind the vacuum.
Don't!
You really should take better care of your magical items.
Yeah, the game's humor is seriously lacking. It's like they tried too hard to be funny, and most of the jokes don't land or simply aren't funny. And they use Miss Marvel way too much. The one benefit is, thanks to the game being LEGO, ironically the characters can be comic accurate, with characters that can actually use, things like bladed weapons to cut things. Characters with actual guns can shoot them and actually defeat enemies. So that's at least neat. Up next is a miscellaneous trophy for having various Captain America characters in the party. Then, in order to do the next mission, we need to make a custom hero, which nets us another trophy. If the character customization wasn't so onerous, this could actually be fun to make some funny creations, but because it's so slow and tedious, and has to be done after several loading screens, it's just annoying. So, we complete missions 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. You'll also get an additional gold trophy for completing Mission 20 for completing the story. The only noteworthy thing was during the final missions, my Doctor Strange got glitched into a ladder and some bricks. I couldn't switch to him, or make him respawn in order to progress the level, so a restart was needed. On to the super messy cleanup. There are tons of side missions, races, a few boss fights, the 10 extra Gwenpool missions, and a bunch of miscellaneous puzzles and events. There is a stupid amount of busy work rescuing every Stan Lee, getting every gold brick, and all of the side quests. You are also going to need a stupid amount of studs to buy everything. So, theoretically, the best thing to do is to save your studs to buy the pink bricks that allow you to increase your stud multiplier. These multipliers are also multiplicative, meaning that if you get the times 10 and the times 8 and activate both, you will get an 80 times multiplier. The max multiplier possible is 3,840 times the amount of studs. Now, there are certain characters that can help for cleaning these things up. Iron Man can fly, perform repairs, and can destroy both silver and gold objects, and it's usually a good idea to play as the billionaire to get around and do a lot of the cleanup. I also detest this game as the side quests and boss fights don't generally unlock the associated characters. They unlock the option to purchase the characters. Yeah, so it wasn't enough to find them, do the busy work as many quests have to be completed in sequence, and do their quest. Oh no, now you have to pay to play as them. So, as part of the miscellaneous stuff, we go to Egypt and play as Kang for a trophy. Then we play as Hulk Ragnarok to defeat 100 enemies. Dog Meat Dog is for having Cosmo the Space Dog and Lockjaw in the party. I then went and wasted time doing the Grandmaster minigame of Capture the Infinity Stone, which for some reason is a gold trophy. Going back to replay the game's missions, we can get a miscellaneous trophy for taking a selfie with the boss of the game's first mission. Why the fuck is the button for taking out the camera also a button to swap characters? Once we have the Nathan Garrett Black Knight, we need to beat 30 enemies. Then, in a mission where we have at least 4 party members, we can get Monster Squad for having Morbius, Cap Wolf, Triton, and the Living Mummy in our party. Then, in the overworld, as Star-Lord, we whip out the music player and make 5 NPCs in the overworld dance with us. We can then make both players be Kang, which nets us another trophy. Then, in one of the Gwenpool missions, Defying Conventions, we need to play as Fing Fang Foom for the miscellaneous trophy. After grinding and replaying the levels, I finally got True Believer in every level, which is 30 times. And shortly after this, I unlocked Gwenpool. Then, after some more cleanup, I had finally rescued every Stan Lee in the game. Then, during the cleanup, 10 challenges in the hub world were completed for another trophy. Then, all of the quests were completed, which was a pain in the ass as several times the character you had to escort would just stop moving, or sometimes they would despawn during combat and you would have to restart the mission all over again. The worst of this situation was for the boss fight against the Super Adaptoid, where half the time during the start of the boss fight, the boss would simply fly into the void and disappear, forcing a reload of the area to actually progress against this fight. Then I got the trophy for completing all the races in the city, which is even worse, as the vehicles will just get randomly stuck and refuse to move. Sometimes they just blow up without any reasons. And of course, sometimes you just barely miss the time for the gold by a second. The races are by far the most glitchy thing about this game. They are the most tedious, unfun, and frustrating thing about this game, simply due to how broken they are. It's like in the old GTA games when the cop vehicles would literally come out of nowhere, spawning into existence from thin air and throw you off course, screwing up your nearly perfect run. You can also easily outrun the game's loading, so a lot of times there will be several moments where the world won't have loaded in, so that you can just fall into the endless void, hit the walls of buildings that weren't there 2 seconds ago. And of course, having vehicles spawn literally on top of you, causing you to fail the race. Then, after multiple hours of grinding, replaying levels, and doing everything in the city, all 255 golden bricks are collected. Fuck this game. I then purchased all the characters and all the vehicles. Before I did that, though, I had to make a cloud save backup because this trophy is known to be glitched, where despite you purchasing everything, it just won't pop. Meaning you would have to replay and redo everything in this game again to get a chance of getting that trophy, which I was not going to do. Then, only 2 things are left. Going into the mansion, to go to the gallery to view every mini-kit comment that we got for collecting all the collectibles in the main levels for a trophy, which is asinine, as it's not like you can actually read the comics. So why doesn't the trophy just pop once you've gotten all the pieces? And then finally, building and witnessing the 100% completion fountain, a real drop kick in the balls, as this stupid monument gives infinite studs. But only after doing the ridiculous shit to get 100% completion, meaning it's worthless. At least the platinum is done. And somehow, this fucking game has 6 entire DLCs. 6 of them! For more fucking busy work! The one redeeming quality of this game is the fact that without the DLCs, the trophy percentage is at 69%. This game is filled with pointless busy work, annoying restrictions, the fact that there are too many powers, meaning you constantly have to swap characters while in free play mode. The game is filled with glitches, forcing level resets and sometimes lost progress, making Bethesda games appear stable by comparison. And to top it all off with some of the most annoying voice acting that never seems to shut up, and the game trying to be funny with only a single joke actually making me laugh. The games were better when they couldn't talk and had to do funny gestures and pantomime shit, or you had really funny stuff like Darth Vader holding up a photo to show that he's Luke's father. As a fan of the previous LEGO games, this game here, this was such a disappointment. Beyond the annoying voice acting, due to the game just not working most of the time. I lost track of how many times I had to restart missions because objects wouldn't load in, or how many times quests and puzzles just wouldn't load in the overworld. I mean, I already told you I have to make a backup for the report based on the reports of the trophy for unlocking and buying all the characters being glitchy, meaning you'd have to complete the game again to get everyone. And not only that, but somehow the CPUs, which used to be at least mildly helpful in previous games, are somehow the most brain-dead companions in video gaming. That's right, your AI companions will get in the way during combat and even attack you. They will walk off pressure plates when you try to activate them. They will stand in your way while shooting lasers for puzzles, or they will just glitch themselves into places where you can't do anything to free them, forcing you to restart the level. How the hell is the AI worse decades later? The original LEGO Star Wars game had CPUs that could fight, that could help with the puzzles, and be useful. This is just sloppy and unacceptable. Overall, this game was frustrating, glitchy, and super grindy. The developers clearly had a hard-on for the Guardians of the Galaxy, with Groot and Star-Lord having unique powers, meaning that you almost always need to play as them in free play mode. So, with all of this in mind, the Platinum Trophy is a 4 out of 10, due to the glitches making things take longer and having to be repeated, and the level that culminates in the plane chase basically necessitates 2 players as the CPUs are useless either for driving or shooting. As for the patented Dan the Ranking Man ranking, this game gets 21 Legos out of 100. I thought this game would be fun, but it wasn't. It was one of the worst games I have ever had the misfortune of playing, much less platinuming, and there is no way I'm ever going to revisit this game, as there's no way I'm going to waste money on it, or the 6 fucking DLC packs. There are too many good games to play, and there are even better LEGO games to play. So, please like and subscribe, and let's see what's next on the list. Oh, fuck me! There's another goddamn LEGO game! At least this one can be done in like 16 hours, and there aren't any known glitches for the trophies. So hopefully it's not nearly as painful. Until next time, and remember, only losers think the 100% stud fountain is worth it. It's not. At all. Just do it for the trophies.